What does tattooing mean to me? It means mapping up memories on people's lives. Yes, I'm being an artist, but we're basically the artistic talent behind other people's ideas. A real good experience is so much more than just a tattoo. I mean, it's you remember it forever. I got into it for money reasons. That's really all it was. I was an airbrush artist. I've been an artist all of my life, but I was airbrushing. The industry went down, so all of my friends, everybody, just kind of basically convinced me to try tattooing, and it took a little convincing, but finally I started, and I haven't looked back since. I mean, it's the best job, best trade that I've ever had in my entire life. I think I've done every job possible before getting into tattooing. I mean, I got into it late. I started when I was 40. Most people are starting when they're like 20. I had to go the longer route, teaching myself, more or less self-taught. I had some people help me out through the way, I'm not gonna lie. Show me little tricks here and there, get me started. But I didn't get an apprenticeship as per se. I wish I would have, because it would have, jump-started my career instead of having to go through all of the loops, the problems, the areas that could be more difficult without knowing how to go about doing things. Becoming a tattoo artist isn't exactly as easy as maybe some people say. You just can't go out and buy a kit off eBay and say, hey, I'm a tattoo artist now, even if it says everything you need to do a tattoo. There's so much more.
I guess my tattoos set me apart from other people in a very visible way. I like them. I like how they look. I like the self-expression. I don't think they define who you are. I think like any form of self-expression, whether it be through your clothes or how you do your hair or how you do your makeup, it's just an extension of that. So it doesn't define you, but it can, or they can represent who you are. I was 18 and I'd wanted a tattoo for a really long time. I wasn't too sure what to get, but the Beatles was always a really big part of my musical life. Growing up, we listened to a lot of Beatles, and I decided to get the lyrics, Take These Broken Wings and Learn to Fly, from the song Blackbird, which was something that my dad had sung to me a lot when I was a kid. I don't think they all need to have a meaning. For me, some people need it to mean something. Some of mine mean something, some of mine don't necessarily mean something deep and dark or emotional, but I still have memories attached to them that are positive or that are, linked to some emotion. But for me, like, sometimes the experience of getting one is enough.
I mean, you're paying a lot of money to get a tattoo. So I think it's just important that the artists really put forth their best for every client. It's almost like an invasion of their own their body. I mean, you're actually poking holes on them. They're paying you to leave a mark on them. It becomes very intimate, very personal.
The artist has to be able to understand what you want. Sometimes your vision in your head is much different than how you can express it, and therefore much, very different from how an artist will interpret it. So I think communication, trust. You have a vision, and then you have someone who is the expert, who can take your vision and make it maybe better than what you imagined, or help you realize it. So it's more collaborative, it's more artistic. And like anything, if you have a good relationship with the person that you're working with, then it'll be easier. And it's a long time to sit on someone's table, 5 hours.
Lots of clients that I've been seeing for years, past 8-9 years, that they just keep coming back, and they become more friends than really clients. And sometimes it's a little hard to want to charge them. But you know, it is my job. That's what I do. But you know, it's really nice just because you know, you see so many new faces. But then when the regulars come back, it's like, hey, how you doing? You know, but you also get to know what they're looking for, as in terms of pieces too, and what their style is, what their way of life is, and you get everybody's, you know, like opinions on the world and everything like that, and you get to sit down and talk to them a lot. It's really special. I mean, we're blessed as artists.
So I wanted to do a piece as like a memorial piece for my dad, and I decided to do it with Kevin, and that's where I first started working with him. That was a few years ago, and it was really, really wonderful. And then I wanted to do another piece, and now I'm working with him on my sleeve. He's kind of like a dad figure. Like, he's very paternal, very warm. He's like this tough biker-looking dude who's just a big, like, softy baby on the inside. He makes you feel really comfortable. There's no pressure. It's really just easy. He's easy to work with.
She's a sweetie. I mean, she really is. Tattooing her is, once she opens up, man, she's fun. And she's straightforward too. She's not gonna, you know, BS you or anything like that. And she's tough. I gotta admit, man, she sits down and she wants to get something. She does it. She pushes right through. I have a lot of respect for that. She's great.
For me, it's like the more I get to know someone, the more I can open up to them and really, you know, let myself go when I'm around them. So for me, it was time working with him a few times, seeing him more than once, you know. For me, it just took time. And when you lay on someone's table for 4 hours while they're inflicting a lot of pain on you, you kind of get to know them pretty fast.
Tattooing means taking somebody's trust, doing your best art possible, and really leaving them with a scar that they're gonna love.